I'm David Bank with ImpactAlpha. I'm here at the Flea in Merida, Mexico. I'm with Rich Ambrose from Pomona Impact, a Guatemalan impact fund now raising your second fund.
Correct.
So you're an old hand now. Mm-hmm. Tell us about Pomona Impact.
Pomona, so we actually got started, learned about impact investing in 2010, 2011. We decided to attend an investors conference in Nicaragua and discovered we were the only investors at the investors conference. And so very quickly we identified there was a need for value-add early-stage capital. And after doing a few loans, we ended up, we recognized that there was also an opportunity. So I ended up moving down there in late 2014, and we deployed a $2 million pilot fund in 20 companies to really provide capital to these terrific entrepreneurs that we're coming across.
In smaller markets like Guatemala, this kind of capital is really in short supply.
It's in very short supply. There are not many investors in the space across the whole region of Central America.
Just give us a sense of what kinds of companies you're finding.
So we invested in a company called Ecofiltro, doing low-cost water filters. They're now in 450,000 families, households in Guatemala. And if you look at who's done more in terms of providing access to potable water for rural communities, I would say this company has done more than perhaps the Guatemalan government in the last 100 years. So it's an exciting example of how social enterprise can make big changes like this.
And just in terms of the actual mechanics of making investments, loans, equity investments, mm-hmm. you guys have to play all over the map, all kinds of different capital. Right. That's unusual as well, I think.
Right. So we've worked on developing kind of a discipline in the early stage, almost venture capital type investing. And we also do things that are pretty traditional mezz debt. And what we want to do in Central America, where opportunities are emerging more regularly, but they are hard to find, is just have the flexibility to deploy the right type of capital to the entrepreneurs that we're excited to get behind.
Why are the investors actually interested in impact?
Well, I think examples like Ecofiltro really tee things up. These are bringing real life solutions. These companies are bringing real life solutions to an area that needs this. And so our conversations on the impact front are kind of exciting and well received. And then on the flip side, with investors, we've been able to demonstrate pretty consistently a high return on our investments. And so we're also generating interest from people that are a little bit more return first or finance first investors as well. And
the second fund easier than the first to raise?
No, second fund is still a lot of work. We've been able to leverage our track record. We've gotten a lot of great support from groups like Capria, the Inter-American Development Bank. But we're excited about reaching this first close, hopefully at the end of June. And beginning to deploy capital behind these great entrepreneurs with the new fund.
And just give us a vision of, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. What does the impact investment ecosystem in Guatemala look like?
Yeah, I think first, we set the example. In 4 or 5 years, we have invested in 15 terrific companies that are doing very well, and that ends up being a case study for a number of other investors interested in Central America. And we're excited about being collaborative, working with other investors willing and interested into coming to Central America. And so what we have to do is focus on making great investments, creating these case studies, and I think more capital will flow to the region if we do our job well.
Terrific. Well, Good luck to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.